Check, 1, 2. All right, we're going to get started here in a few minutes. Yes. Good evening, everybody. My name is Cipriano Ortega, and welcome to the Buell Media Center, Denver Community Media, and welcome to our second Friday open mic night. We have a nice lineup of performers for you tonight. I'm going to do what I usually do, and I'm going to read our protocol for tonight and start off with our mission statement. Sacred Voices promotes unity and healing among Black, Indigenous, people of color, BIPOC plus communities through creative expressions while empowering youth to find their voice, power, and become leaders in their communities. So our format for tonight is performers get about 5 to 10 minutes, and I will signal you if you go beyond that, but that's never really ever happened. The show is recorded, so these performances may be shared on our social media, and the show is edited and aired on public access television. If you do not want to be on public access television, do find one of us after the show and do let us know. You are allowed to say whatever you like. This is an uncensored open mic, but obviously if you use a good amount of profanity, you will probably not be on public access television, but that is your choice. And again, also, the last thing is proper mic technique. Since this is recorded and streamed on our Facebook, do keep about an inch or half an inch away from these microphones. If you kind of go off the axis, we kind of lose signal, so try to stay on top of the mic, as they say, but I think that's pretty much it. I will go to our list here. And Denisha, where are you? There you are. Come on down. Start off the evening right. Let's give it a hand for Denisha, everybody.
All right. Hi, everybody. How are you? I am so glad you guys decided to brave the weather and come and spend time with us today. So today, I have a poem that I wrote specifically for Sparrow, who is our feature this evening. So I'm going to start with that one. We'll do that. It's so good to see your face. Hi, baby. I write because I'm happy. And I write because I'm free. And every day that I breathe, I know is a gift to me. I decided that it wasn't okay for me to age in this very way. When people looked at me, they saw somebody who was crumbling. When people heard me, they heard someone who was fumbling. I have now reached the age of invisibility, where everything that's happening is coming up behind me. But my eye is on the sparrow. I write because I'm happy, and I write because I'm free. And every time I hear her words, I know it's okay to be me. I have started to just improv things, so I'm going to take just a couple of minutes and we're going to see where these words flow. All right? This part is not actually prepared. In my spirituality, I have been known as the witch. In my humanity, I have been known as the... In my sovereignty, I have known myself to be everything in power, in weakness, and in free. There is a combination, a left and a right. I have 3 constellations that shine for me at night. My ancestry flows from 3 different woes. Those who were here, those who were brought against their will, and those who ran here looking for free will. There is no one in my history who is okay to just be. They were too poor. They were too black. They were too red. They were too bleeding. Too much blood through our fleeting freedoms. So I stand now as the combination of 3 continents seeking divinity, seeking power, and seeking wholeness. I am the oneness in the circle. Thank you. I hope you all have a great rest of your evening. Thank you so much for coming out.
Thank you so much. It's so wonderful to always have you back. I'm so glad that you keep coming back. That's what we like to see here at Sacred Voices. And with that notion, I would like to share one of my poems as well too tonight, kind of inspired from your poem to Sparrow. This is called The Pen and Pad. The pen and pad are the only things that average me has now. I was as mighty as the sword, but I'm feeling time and time again, I feel like I'm coming down. It's stronger than my blade, it's sharpened, and it is so bloodthirsty, and it is my wit. It is a first kiss, it is what is ever so sweet to be my last look at the past. Distorted dreams every which way, so stay away, stay from my solo, my decay, hooray, hooray, the pen and pad scribbled down many moons of ego ago, as if my words weighted more than my soul of the earth, but I try not to cry, and knowing I'll never be me, so hooray for today is my last living way. I'll keep in touch with better luck next time you'll see me. Thank you very much. All right. Andres, are you here yet? I think he's not here yet. Yes, Andres is going to be late. That's right. Vanessa, excuse me. Vanessa? Yes, yeah. Come on down.
Hello, my name's Vanessa. My pseudonym is Kaylin Marie. I was here last time and I got inspired by Alexis, who talked about their hair. So I wrote a poem about my hair. My hair. My mom brushing my hair, her mom hitting her with a brush. We have to be tough, resilient. My hair has never been. But when I started to tend to it and myself, I started to see some of my Native American self. It got long, you see. When I braid it and they tell me I look like Pocahontas, it's a cherished thing to me. But it used to be something I ran from, not wanting to accept parts of me. Also told I wasn't really enough of something to claim it, like being Spanish if you can't speak it. Sometimes people put us in categories before we even know ourselves, and way before they find themselves. And even when we think that we're past it, it's on the shelves, in the closet of our bodies, the ones that hold on to every trauma, like a sick keepsake of someone obsessed. Even when we're doing our best, it's in my hair you'll see the test of time. Each gray hair I find reminds me that I'm living this life. My grandpa's hair went white early, but he kept it styled so purty. Something so familiar to me. My mom styling my grandma's hair before bingo, the way my cousin braided my hair, toughened me up, taught me how for when they're not there. I never really valued my hair. I wanted it to be curlier, longer, something some may see as stronger. But as I cursed it, it recoiled in fear. Love was something my body could no longer hear. All of my pain held there in my hair, in my body, everywhere. A Native American who never treasured their hair. When it came to graduation, a sash they wanted me to wear, to show my peers my deepest fears. Imposter syndrome, because they told me I wasn't one of them. Or did I just hear that? Because being mixed causes my identity to feel like a trick. I've been to the dances, I've ate the food. Why does it feel like there's always something I'm trying to prove? To you and you, because I don't know what to do. When it comes to sharing my identity with you, I've never known what to put down. They don't let you pick two. So Caucasian is what I'm used to. But they kind of doubt it when your name doesn't ring true. And then other Mexicans wonder why you can't speak two languages with a name like that. With a face like that, we know it's something else. Eventually, I had to choose myself. Every little part. Take those things off the shelf and learn to love myself. My mixed race confusing to yourself? No, I won't ever sound or look like you might think, but I also won't let it be me that I shrink. I'll be me in every moment because I'm resilient, like the women I come from, like my hair that I leave undone. Gray hair is woven in because I don't run. I live for my ancestors now, and they're thriving. Can't you tell? I did get a haircut, so last time I was here, my hair was a lot longer. Okay, so this one is untitled. I never wanted to make anyone proud, not unless they were there in the crowd. I lost so much time with people off doing things, saying them loud. But now when I'm excited and I turn around, there's not someone to embrace. I have to visit to see their face, or their grave. I get it now, why they say that success is lonely in a way. Not saying I'm successful, but it's hella eventful. This life is so full. We're energy, and I know we're connected, spiritually, but I'd rather have you here with me. One of my love languages is quality time. So that's why every memory is filled with time just sitting in a truck, in a tree, with my family next to me. Finding yourself is great, but we lose something following fate. My hope's with you, and I need a refill. Shh, stay still. Like that song says, if you close your eyes, it almost feels like nothing's changed at all. Like you're not crying alone in the hall or going through withdrawal. Like you're breathing without having to be reminded. Like your energy is there. You don't have to go find it. These moments are timeless. I know one leads us to the next. But in the moments in between, it hurts to exist. To let me see me like this, emotionally intelligent, that's what's best. To get us through this life contest, I just miss you is all. And it's helped me build up this wall of work and art and cleaning away. I make sure I don't feel the pain all day. By breathing love into this life, forgiving the strife, doing what's right. I now have my own stories to tell. And I know, in the end, I've impacted you as well. And then one more. This one is a new one. So I started reading this book. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of The Highly Sensitive Person. So I think that's me. And if you've ever haven't read it or heard about it, maybe check it out. It's kind of interesting. So this one is, how do I know I'm an HSP? A highly sensitive person. When I get out and I'm around all the emotions, words, and people and can't seem to get enough rest the next day, so I read or paint it away. When he plays games, the shooting still gets to me, but it's more the yelling that ensues that triggers me. Makes me remember things only the body knows. Like the way it felt when it went up my nose, or the way the gunshot clouded everything. The way I lost so much in between. Even the smallest parts of me deserved to breathe. So I take a day or two before I let the overstimulation take over me. I leave a little in every bit of poetry. Shut down sometimes when it gets to me. Words leaving the poet in me, wedging a bigger wall between we. They told me there's depth to you, and people see that, but only when I stop hiding behind my hat. If only the narcissist tendencies would leave the empath in me alone. Let me actually see that I'm an ocean, the wave that I've been riding, the storm that you'll be abiding. Even if it causes exhaust, the connection is worth the cost. To see the highly sensitive in you, seeing the highly sensitive in me, this manifesting generator I've come to be. When I let the empath in me be the something to help heal those things only the body sees. Thank you. I'm Kaylin Marie.
Well, thank you very much. I always appreciate your poetry, and nice to see you back. Always nice to have more Indigenous representation, including myself in all that. So wanted to share one of mine in that regard. I wanted to mention something, though, first. just kind of an interesting thing for me this afternoon. I was helping a friend of mine move to his new home in Aurora, and it was a very conservative side of Aurora, and it's always interesting how some suppressive groups or that want to oppress people kind of represent themselves. And I just wanted to I've just been studying a lot of different extremist groups lately, and really been afraid of the sense of what it is to be an American nowadays, especially with all the violence that we seem to be experiencing on a daily basis. And I guess what I just wanted to say before reading this poem is don't let the fear get to you, because that's what they want. They want everybody, people like us, to always be running and fleeing and being afraid. And I think now it's time to fight, and the way we do, we have to do it very carefully. And I think the best way to do it is, one of the best ways is through our words. So really felt moved by everybody tonight. So just wanted to share this one. This one's called Savages. Do you know why the alleyways are tortured? Because they hold our secrets in black plastic bags. Whitewashed suburbia is bored. Their meth-infected basements have grown mold. So they unload their hoard deep in my mouth. It's all right. I got mouthwash. Their salt words sting my eyes, blinding me with rage, but that's exactly what they want this crazy engine to do. There'll be no scalping today. I just got a few clay pots I want to sell you. This round's on me. The next round's on you. Take a number, buzzer. Your table's ready. Table for two? How's the meat market doing for you? Did you find that gypsy clay doll painted encased in glass that you wanted? It's just a laugh. It's a gas. Thank you very much. All right. Antonio, would you like to come up? That's my middle name. Yeah.
Awesome. Hey everyone. My name is Antonio. Today I'm gonna share a piece that was actually inspired by somebody I look up to a lot. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Rick Rubin. He's like a producer within Hollywood. And there was a quote that he once said, and it is, "No matter what tools you use to create, the true instrument is you." And going on with that, I think a lot of us tend to believe that creativity is something that we have to achieve or get to, but creativity is an essence of our beings, and I believe it's more so about creating safe spaces for those creative ideas to flow, and not be scared of what our soul wants to say. So this one's called Creative Essence Flow Free. Man, I really love listening to music. From spirituals to blues, some jazz to make me groove. Give me some Prince, Beyonce will make me want to do the splits, and Kendrick will make me scream. America might be corrupt, but us the masses are still gonna win. It makes my heart skip a beat, then do a turn. It sweeps me off my feet, wanting to unlearn everything I know and accept these rhythmic beats as a source to higher self. Let it flow, just be. I find that with creativity, it's the same reaction. The second you let yourself go to another place, let the rhythm take you over and just fall out of place. Fall into the depths of your mind, not worrying about time. Don't blink or overthink it too much. Let others make you second guess the beauty you've made out of such mess, because then you'll fall back in line with the tick, tick, tick construct of time. Or like when you put your pen on paper, get lost in the flow of the imagination for something greater, a detached reality from what you're programmed to see on the 5 o'clock news on daytime TV. The ability to build worlds within a few chapters, the ability to bring to some children a little laughter. If you're a writer, I know you feel it. It's that little tug deep within your spirit. Or like when you pick up a camera, some rolls of film to further gather, a new perspective to see the world within, displayed in a frame in such a way that reminds people that the world isn't always so cold and gray. It can be something rather mesmerizing if you can grasp it. Now let go, reveal that inner essence within your soul. You have it. Or when you put a piece of cloth and think it could be a pillow, a shirt, a skirt, add some jewels, a stitch, make it work. Or when the paint splatters across blank canvases demanding to be made into something grander, the brushstrokes move so effortlessly, the same way your limbs are commanded when you're at a cipher breakdancing. Let the music take you over. It's just like I told you, creativity is like a flow. Let her show you the creative way of being. Learn how to use it, no excuses. And when you overthink it, put on some headphones and remember, man, I really love listening to music. Thank you. That's the first one. I'm going to share probably one more, but I just love that one because I think that as creatives, we think we can only be really good or proficient at one thing, but I think it's a creative essence that we can use through any different formats. So we should all just feel more comfortable expressing ourselves. So this one is called If My Flesh Is Rotting, and then it'll be the last one I share. Sometimes I just feel like I can't express what I want to be seen, desire to shout sooner than to speak, incoherently expel the emotion in belts because words don't supply enough fuel or heat. Curse the name of our world leaders on top of a mountain, buzz my hair, dye it red because I simply felt it. Is all of this making the crowd mutter in disbelief when the whole purpose of it was to help me find some relief? Who's to say that Jimmy in the back didn't feel it too, or the girl who people often neglect was going to do it but didn't do it because she felt seen too? What if the little kid who hasn't yet let go of his big dreams felt emboldened to run forward because we didn't discourage his wondrous, childlike being? And so if happiness is temporary and forever fleeting, if my flesh is rotting and the hole in my soul leads to insatiable seeking, when the cuts have turned to scars as a reminder of what once was, a free soul with childlike flow, made to believe that speaking from the dome doesn't make you any money, a major waste of time in this capitalistic hell hole. Let the children take the dust from my bones, paint mosaic on the wall, some third eye opening murals. Take the blood of these once living veins, write revolutionary propaganda, make a splash, perhaps even a stain. Anything but to let our creative essence tragically die in vain. Thank you. That's all. My name's Antonio Martinez. Thank you guys.
Thank you very much, Antonio. Appreciate that. Yeah, Rick Rubin was on 60 Minutes not too long ago. He's an incredible producer. I think, I'm a musician myself, and I think Rick Rubin definitely inspires me as well, too, in the sense of being able to create a space to just try ideas. It's always about being able to, maybe we should try that. And as educators and as Sacred Voices, we always try to offer that with our platforms that we offer those kind of things. So, yeah, I'm glad you mentioned him. It's nice to hear somebody else talk about him. I think we're still waiting on Andres, but he was going to be late. And we have, since because of the weather, we have a little bit of less people. But Denisha, would you like to come back up? And that goes for everybody else. Second round. What do you think, Aston? I'm hearing the God mic. Yes, but actually, let's have Denisha after Bree. Bree, come on back over here and share some poetry. This is our wonderful co-executive director.
Stop, you're gonna make me cry. Oh gosh. I haven't been up at a mic. Cool. Hi friends. Y'all look cute. Love that. I'm gonna share random poems because I'm a random person. Wow, my hair looks like that. It's fine. I teach middle schoolers. This is what they get. I did wear a dress the other day and they're like, Mr. Bree, you're wearing a dress. And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, what? Anyway, they make my heart really happy. And I'm going to do a poem about them. Woo! Fun stuff. I wrote this when we're literally outside blowing bubbles. So cute. Also, don't let it fool you. They're big bullies. Roll it back. Spring exists with my kids. Their laughter, the way they bully me into bloom for their garden. Spring exists with my kids. Their chaos begins veins and petals. They remind me that it's okay to have showers before your roots grow. Yeah, see? I did that for my kids, and they were like, ew. And I was like, just lean into my love. My kids love me, and if you ever ask them, they'll be like, no, I hate Mr. Bree. Listen, you need thick skin to work with middle schoolers. All right, I have more poems. It's great. It's cool. Ow, sorry, I just poked myself in the eye. How are y'all doing anyway? Take a little pause. Y'all are good? A little like fist to 5, fist, worst day of my life, 5, best day of my life. I see a 5. I see a 4. Okay. Some 4s. I see a 3. Fist to 5. Fist 5. Okay, I see a 4. Okay. I like the 4. It's all good. Cool. Awesome. I have 2 more, and then I'll get out of y'all's faces. Thank you so much for coming and braving the cold. I was taken aback by like how Colorado really does not like anybody, and they're like, "Hey, snow," and I was like, "Ooh, all right." This poem's for my friend because I love him and I miss him. And if you're watching this, I miss you. I've been feeling lighthearted since I've gained enough weight to cover my bones. Your words make me lighthearted. Some days I wish things looked differently and our friendship lasted longer than your anxiety. Twisted portal bodies find branches that begin to intertwine. I've fallen in love with you 7 times now. Each time it changes a bit more, you're starting to look more blue. I have dreams that all we do is drink tea and talk. Then I have dreams that we taste each other's feelings off saucers. I keep each other in our arm's reach, spend time in the garden of our friendship. Funny how it still grows when we're not there. You made it possible that I know the difference between puree and oolong, and maybe that's why I love you. We're like 2 different leaves falling into a cup shared over tea. He's never heard it. Unless he has, and he hasn't texted me. He did leave me on red. It's fine. I know. All right. Did I say 2? 1?
Whatever, we got plenty of time.
All right. I'll do 2 more, even though I think I said I did 2 more. Cool. I want to spit my gum out. It's fine. I'll just put it in my hand. I'm like a weirdo. Look at community coming through. So that my gum can go in my pocket and not stick there. All right, cool. I am convinced that God is black. I am convinced that God is both black, both man, both woman, both genderless, and everything else. I have met God. Found her on various floors and in between soft big thighs of black women, blessed enough to do the hair of a lost generation. God combs through my 4C strands, tells me to uncross my legs, sucks her teeth at the amount of hair we still have left. And we both know we're going to be here for a long time. I watch as God's hands spin threads of gold, and I find myself the creation of what an angel should look like. God calls me pretty. I have spent the night with God. Require he take his Timbs off before entering my temple with me. God has a weak stroke game, but I forgive him for that. I allow him to empty out my tides into his storehouse. I made God my lover who still calls me at night. Whispers about my hips and eyes, and ain't that the ultimate feeling? I met God. She exists in church. Hiding amongst the pulpit, God is a deacon, deaconess, and that one singer in the choir that never gets a solo, but we know God has pipes. God gives me candy and tells me to pray. God tells me that my grandmother is their most favorite angel, and that is why they always come to church. God has the most delicate brown hands, decorated in gold rings of past lovers. I wonder if I learned how to love unholy bodies from God. Take them in for the night, wash their sins in between my legs, and baptize them wholly new. God showed themselves in my sister when she almost fought a boy because he stole my backpack in middle school and refused to give it back. I knew God had hands because my sister was his vessel. God is terrible, though. God knows nothing on how to take care of themselves. Typical, right? God leaves my prayers always unread at 11:59 for months before replying back. That's crazy. How are you? I would like to meet a God. One who spends their time on the corner ready to make any fallen child feel good for the night. I would like to meet a God who has stiletto nails and a lace front. I want to meet a God who wishes a nigga would and always carries protection and a hammer. I want to meet a God who believes in me. And I'm sure this God exists because I've met so many already. I'm sure they're just waiting for me in front of my face. Maybe I am a God too. Maybe people have witnessed my miracles. Maybe someone is waiting for me to be their God. So when I tell you that I'm convinced that God is black, man, woman, genderless, and everything else, read out these testimonies spread against my skin like scripture. Know that I only speak the truth, because only God knows who they are. I speak it, so I must be, right?
Come on, poet.
I have one more and I don't know what to do. do an angry one. But I think I lost. Oh, I do have it. I did this one at a cipher, and then everybody was like, "Oh my God, you can be that angry," and it's great. Because usually I'm sweet, I think. Am I sweet, Cipriana? Thanks. Oh yeah. It's a fun time. Yeah. Listen, me and Cipriano mad together. Scary. Yeah. All right, I have this last one, and then I'm gonna go back into my little corner with Ashton. To the men at gas stations who think my body is another grade of gas to purchase to fuel their ego, whose eyes glaze over me in front of 3 gas pumps in between us, who say to me, "Where are you from? Can I get you a ride? You so beautiful and you should smile more." 1, I am neither of those things. It's 8:20 in the morning and I don't have to smile unless you're buying my gas, and even then I still won't. 2, I am a burning rage fire ready to fuck you and your car up. Try me. 3, you are old enough to be my daddy, my uncle, and my grandfather combined. Please take your dusty ass somewhere. 4, your body is a foreigner to mine. Treat it with respect. Give me the offerings of silence. Get your gas and don't say a single thing to me. Thank you.
All right. Well, Sparrow has requested to go next, and I will honor that, and I will get the chair for you. Please welcome to the stage the magnificent Sparrow, everyone, our featured poet for this evening.
Men with dead cars, no spirit to move forward, and those who bring their jumper cables to start them again. Startled pennymen who toss their wishes into unknown waters, and the penny thieves who steal them to feed their starving daughters. The doormen who hold the ways into the lobbies of abundance, and the Mosbys who keep out the drought, the whiskey-soured breath men, trying to dump their potions into the rivers of tonic temperance they wish to be baptized in. The chain-smoking men who inhale demons that haunt the hallways of their mind and seek help from the mages of mental health to keep them out. The men who have history in their fists and are learning how to release it. The pull back of your will will not stop the punch of your failure. If you don't teach it, believe it. Men who avoid the hereditary instincts to pray, but instead pray and hunt for the gospels of truth. The void of their hell is a presence of a heaven they can only find within themselves. Men who never got to be boys, mama's boys, who believe that a mother's love is the only one that matters. The gentlemen who put in the work to call themselves gentle. The men who brothered way before brotherhood could ever greet them. The honest men who avoid surrendering to the frail testicles of defeat and find the strength of a pussy to keep pushing. Sincerely, Sparrow. Hello, if this is your first time seeing me, my name is JL Ayama, or Sparrow, and I am a 19-year-old poet here from Denver, Colorado, who was raised in Denver, born in West Africa, and does poetry all over the city. I found spoken word and performance poetry just only 7 months ago, but my journey began at 15 years old. In the year of 2018, Colorado was the #1 state in the United States for teen suicide, and at that time, that was the worst time to be a teenager in the United States. It was just an awful time. And so I started writing at 15. I became a published poet by the Denver Post at 17 and only started performing 2 years later. And I've been loving it since. This next piece is some prose. I was actually inspired by Denisha Lee Ortiz because I know she was going to be here. So I've never read my prose out loud before. And so this is it. On my dining room table is the American dream,
A turkey leg, dipped in the sauces I'd never seen before, is placed right next to the cornbread, baked with flour I struggle to devour on the holiday I'm not supposed to be celebrating. I was born on the equator, where we all look the same, and here I came, the diasporas told me I was not. In my living room, Yahweh is hung right above the TV, watching me and my family every single day. Sometimes his eyes are wide open and I can feel the buzz of my hardwood floor and my bare feet. Sometimes he blinks and my living room isn't warm anymore. The kitchen is where the fluff of the fufu dome sit on a plate, ceramic plates. The men who raised me deemed me a fool for coming across the North Atlantic Ocean to wash them for only $4 an hour. With hot water, you could hear running through a broken faucet in the bathroom, with the door that never shuts all the way. And the cracked tile I trip over every time. I have no cash for fixing, so I don't. I never complain. There's no vent cover to the HVAC that leads to my bedroom where a lamplight lives, on a desk covered with community college homework. Despite all of the college rules, I'll whisper into the eardrums of my daughters, education will get you far. No matter how often I vent, I give it my all. Pick up my Ticonderoga, pour into the lines of my college-ruled notebook. There on the pages, bound to the bendable wire, live tales of how I rode the okapis of C-O-N-G-O and traded their Aussie cones for the ram horns of C-O-L-O-R-A-D. I was born on the line that split the earth. Now I stand on the peaks that kisses its ceilings. I look up and climb the stairs that lead to the attic, where my children and I cry to the beats of the rat scratches that nibble and tear into our winter blankets. Jesus didn't blink this year. I just wish they found refuge in the newspapers, the overdue Excel bills and the Burger King coupons that shoot through my mailbox, except it's not my mailbox. The bills do not have my name on them. Sometimes I seek asylum in my backyard, where there's a shed full of tools passed to me by the man who raised me. A pickaxe of patience. I'll pick up and pick at my mountains of agitation, a table saw of trust, a set square of strength that never curves, and finally a drill of determination. Once they are gathered in my hands, I run back inside with goat head stuck to the bottom of my feet. The door snaps behind me as I walk past the bedroom that does not belong to me, the cracked bathroom tile that is not my responsibility. I walk around the kitchen and into the dining room table where the American dream sits. My father's dream. That no longer fits because the space grew. Now there's room for one more. So I gather my tools, my pickaxe, my table saw, my set square, his whispers, his tales of the okapis and the rams, lay them out all on the floor, and begin building a dining room table of my own. Sincerely, Sparrow. It's family theme tonight. This next one's about my sister. You know what the beautiful thing about growing up in a household full of siblings is that though you are under the same roof, you two did not grow up the same. And that is what I'm learning as I am becoming friends again with my big sister Jay, who will be graduating this May and is first generation is the first in my entire lineage to finish college. And boy, I am proud of her. So for her, this piece is called Lake Verbena. When little sister syndrome wears off, you start to see the eldest daughters for what they are, a lake. My sister is an open body of water, the headquarters of my joy and of my rest. For me, she'd always make sure sunscreen was lathered on, her protection strong, her burn worse than the sun's mane. When she was frozen in the winter, she'd make sure my skates fit, and I could dance on her open ice. Some layers were thinner than most. For me, she made sure I never reached them. During autumn, she was layered with a thick coat of sticks and leaves. No one around her was able to clean the fallen branches of the mighty trees that once fit, the soaked leaves pushed by a gallid breeze that was once crisp. For me, she made sure all I saw was clarity. In the spring, I'd spring stones at my sister. Mama and Papa would join too. They knew exactly where to head. Sometimes it was unintentional, other times on purpose. The stones sat on the surface. The ghost of its pain sank, for she was expected to bear the weight. Rock bottom was never an option. Her ripples never stopped. Her waves carried the weight of me. For me, she gave her only life vest to keep me from sinking. When I finally formed into a body of water of my own, I realized it was a process she'd done quicker than most. She whose reflection exhibits the beauty within. She whose warm hugs us tighter, her brightness never dims. She whose laughter is a tool carefully crafted by the earth and carried in a voice that could shake the ocean floor. For me, she formed the land that shaped the lake I became. Little sister syndrome finally wore off when I asked, who'd done that for her? Sincerely, Sparrow. Thank you. I have 2 more for you. I'm turning 20 this year. And of course, when you're turning 20 years old, you think about dying. So I wrote this poem on my 19th birthday. And it was just a reflection of all the things that I wanted to say in my passing and that I want to say now. So this is a spoken piece titled The Waiting Room to Heaven. On my deathbed, my last few breaths will be forgive me for all the doors I forgot to hold, for all the pushes that were meant to be pulls, for all the texts I didn't return, all the thank yous, excuse me's, and other mannerisms I didn't learn, the bridges meant to be built that I intentionally burned because I realized that peace is sought out and it was what I deserved. Forgive me for all the love I didn't give and the hate I took, the stolen hearts and even more stolen library books because I believe that knowledge shouldn't be jailed within the confines of a building. The words in which we see and speak should be used for building a foundation for an earth that we deserve to thrive on, a place in which we want our children's children to dance on. Forgive me for the moments where my morality took a backseat, when my kindness and mercy rode shotgun in my taxi and drove off to the highest hills of my ego, the pits of my wrath, left you bare with the thoughts that led you to paths no man should walk alone. Forgive me for telling the Sunday school teacher that the Bible was my favorite fiction book, for the times my eyes were wide open during prayer so Jesus never took them seriously, the birthday candles I blew out on cake that was never my own, lovers and friends I mistook for my own, for the broken pinky promise kisses I never owned up to. Living is no small feat. So while my heart beats in this waiting room to heaven, remind me to pick up my mother's phone calls when I pretend to never see it, to give grace to myself and others on days where hope is something I'll never believe in, to continue to be a thief of knowledge, never to ignore but to acknowledge, seek to understand, to never sit down when I feel the urge to stand. Remind me to make morality the driver of my reality, to give the birthday girl a standing ovation, to use longing as an invitation to welcome and accept new faces, to stand nose to nose with change and its new phases. Remind me to fill my own vase with water before I place my hand on pitchers to fill the others, and give flowers while the living are living, because to celebrate life only in death is a missed opportunity. Sincerely, Sparrow. I have 1 more for you, but it's on my cell phone. Give me 2 seconds. Well, actually 2 more, because I was inspired by a conversation I had earlier. Freshman year. Her name was Serenity Cross. On her march to a dormitory, she was shadowed by 4 white boys, and the pale-skinned type to get sunburnt skiing, and the type to drain your faith of a god you never believed in, and they shouted monkey noises at her. Reminisce is a loose thread undoing the quilt patches on our memory blankets. The women on my campus tell me what they wish to forget is sewn into their being, to be seen as only a body. One moment, Mountain Mama sway to John Denver's lullabies. At my university, we gather in unity over sticks on ice. Next moment, Mountain Mama sprawl on the floor. Crime scene. Cries of their good times spilled on the toilet seat, pleading innocence, oblivious about the fentanyl dissolved in their solo cup, the solo cup passed to them by the boys who made them giggle. The boys who made them giggle, took them upstairs, bent them over, said this is the place where they belong. Women plead, take me home. Next morning, at my university, their Title IX claim sits in the hands of a woman who received 8 ones the same at 8 a.m., 7 just like it at 10, and 6 more at 11 p.m. as she's running through the stacks of the facts she'll stamp as fiction. I hope she'll see the story of the native students' TP, torn down by the pale-skinned types. My indigenous classmates grieve, for they march on graveyards. Beneath the campus greens are the bones of the Arapaho, the screams of the Cheyenne, the name of their murderers engraved in crimson and gold. I hope she'll see the story of the mezuzah, a prayer ripped off a Jewish boy's door, raw pork hung over another, heads bowed in hymnals, arms comfort and hurt. As some tuck the Star of David back in their shirt, I know she saw the story of the day Serenity Cross lost her peace. Students at my university have dark quilt patches on their memory blankets, sewn together by the threads of an unspoken unity, colored with gentle reminders. You're almost out of there. Hang tight. Dreams of getting the fuck out of there to keep us warm at night. Thank you. This last piece was a commentary piece that I made on Gen Z. Oh boy, the rascals we are. This is a spoken piece titled The Joker's Tale. It's unfortunate living in a kingdom with a generation that is afraid to age. It's not our fault. Our rulers believe that every wrinkle gained is a beauty mark lost, so we are encouraged to not look the part. It's kind of scary, watching the newly bled girls walking into apothecaries that carry everything they need for the adjustments of their dreams. They spend more than what they have to purchase potions, elixirs, creams from nobles and merchants who convince them they don't have pristine skin, so that they can fill their carts again and again without giving a shit about the emotional tax that it comes with. One day, I spoke my feelings in the middle of the town square and challenged those who found flaws in getting older. The queen accused me of poisoning minds, so she declared me the castle's joker. She said I must face my fate or be a face that changed. I refused and met her eyes and said, Your Majesty, I can't wait to live half a century. Can't wait to be 50. I didn't think I'd make it past 15. So if my worry lines are marks of my victory, then I'll wear them with honor. May the hollows and hills of my face mark all the paths of which I trekked. I'll wear them as armor. If the freckles that lay upon my cheeks and chest remind you of my days in the sun, then may they darken with every step into the light. My crow's feet will continue to surround my eyes and my tears sink into the depths of its claws. If the veins upon my loose-skinned hands hold all memory of my hand-to-hand combats with the thoughts that almost took me to God, then I don't want them skin tight. Let my cuts and bruises show you my adventure, my falls, my healing, my moments of motion. Let my stretch marks be a tally of my completions of Earth's orbits. My gray hairs will be my medals. Of every race ran toward the finish line, it is my crown. And only those who are not afraid of the elegance that comes with age earn it. Your Highness, if in the eyes of the King's court I am a fool for thinking this way, then I proudly wear the jester's hat. And for the last time tonight, I say, sincerely, Sparrow. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Very, very much, Sparrow. Yeah, it's funny. I just wanted to convey you carry yourself with an older, wiser demeanor. I didn't think you were, quote unquote, so young. Very, very good. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing all of your wonderful words of wisdom. Yeah, it's a subject that's near and dear to my heart as well, too, because I work for other organizations and I work for a lot of older populations as well, too. And their wisdom is just fantastic. And I hope someday to be half as wise as those people. So it's nice to hear youth speaking of that as well, too. So very good thing to look forward to, I think, minus the aches and pains, I would imagine. I'm already experiencing some and I'm barely in my mid-30s. So yeah, my mom has that as well, too. Yeah, it's a thing for sure. But if you do, not to chase you off, but if you are going to take off, do see Aston because we want to pay you your fee for tonight. But yes, yeah, we are light on performers tonight, but as I've expressed before, if you'd like to share some more poetry, the microphone is on. If some audience members who just wanted to be audience members are feeling more confident and want to recite some poetry, please come on up. Just let me know your name. But Denisha, do you have more to share? Yeah, please come on down. Yeah, we have the space till about 8:30, so we have all the time in the world. Yeah.
So, fix this, I'm sorry. So I will reveal, Sparrow is one of my favorite voices in the city. When I first saw that woman perform, the last poem that she performed tonight was one of the poems that I had seen her, and I melted into a puddle of tears because I am turning 50 this year, and I have been afraid. And this is the first birthday that I am celebrating, because every time you leave a decade, at 29, you're like, oh my God, I'm going to be 30. And then you're at 39 and oh my God, I'm going to be 40. And it's depressing. And you're like, oh my God, the world is ending. I'm going to die. This is it. This is the oldest I'll ever be. And I will never see anything else. And I heard that poem and I was like, you know what? No. She is right. Everything that I have gained up to 50 is amazing. And I am Generation X. I wasn't supposed to be here this long. So I have this poem. It's not long, but inspired of reading this because Sparrow shared that last one, which is my favorite. So, middle age. I am walking in the barren space, the vast wasteland between vibrant youth and funeral place. This desert place where I become invisible. I'm not attractive or desirable. I am not full of promise or hireable. I'm closer to the days where I will be tucked away in a cage, a senior home where no one visits, the place they send us so they don't see us, that one day they will become like me. Middle life, the great transition. What have I left to prove I existed? What will others remember about me? What label will remain in their memory? Have I grown wise? Have I grown useful? Although the eyes I see through are youthful, the eyes that return their gaze to me, used up and useless, is all they seem to be. So there are now lines on my face when I look in the mirror. There are sags in my skin. There are hairs in my head that are not the color that they should be. And when you are in the market for a lover at my current age, nobody looks twice at you. I used to be so easy to find a lover. I would just walk into a room and decide who I wanted, and I would smile, and they would smile, and life was easier. Now I can smile all I want, but they don't respond. People walk past me no matter what I have on, and getting older is hard. But I'm beginning to like it. See, I don't really like people. I don't like leaving my house, and I'm not used to not wanting to be alone. I have always wanted to be alone. Alone in a cabin somewhere in Canada or Colorado, writing books, reading books, growing food, just not being in the BS. But now, what is this feeling? My youth and my age are on the collide. I want to hunt and share experiences with people, but I also want to sit in the corner buried in a book and be invisible. The new woman who is waking up, she is old, but wild as nature, shy and gregarious, quiet and boisterous, glowing and invisible. And the past and the present have given birth to something new. And so this old new me, I'm excited to meeting you. I'm going to steal the mic and do one more because nobody's out here. Unless anybody has one that they want to do real quick since we have the time. Yes, you haven't gone. Let me do this one more and then you go because I need to hear your voice. This is called The Breeze. The air outside smells fresh, and the wind is light and carries whispers. I heard your voice while I slept. I think it came in through the open window. You have friends of mine there with you now. I hope you got to meet. I hear them too. The wind is rather chatty today. She's breathing past me with all the things that you have to say. It's not your fault. I'm not that far. I hear your cries. I'm not alone. I'm no longer sad. I'm here with you. I met your dad. I'm certain he's telling you stories of when I was young and adorable, and he's showing you scenes of us before I was deplorable. It hurts to be here without you. I miss your shoulder. I miss your hand. Some mornings I cry before I can stand. I'm sad all the time, even when I'm happy. I'm not sure that ever goes away. The whisper of you in my mind. I feel guilty for feeling better on the days the weight is light. So I just stand here in the wind, listening to you tell me to be happy again. Is happy the destination? Is joy really the goal? The breeze hugs me and drags its fingers through my hair so that I know I'm not alone. You are always there. I blow back on the breeze and I whisper just to the group of you, I love you.
Oh, yes. Well, yeah, come on down. What is your name? Yeah, of course. Yeah, I just wanted to properly introduce you.
My name is Alejandra. I was here on the first Friday.
That's why I know your face. Yes. Well, welcome, Alejandra. Yeah, take it away.
All right. So, give me a second. I need to find the one I wanted to read. So, this is a poem I wrote about people in my life that were absolute blessings that saved me in every way possible. And it's called Angel Blessings. An angel's touch is undeniable. Who else wields that power? Her angel swooped in to shield her, catalyzing miracles for her benefit, soaring on a smile, dismissing her denial. Immediately and relentlessly fighting for her peace, piecing her back together, gently, carefully, knowing she could shatter at any moment. The golden glow of agape cloaked her, externally protected, internally conflicted. He lifted her burden, knowing she would falter, allowing her to survive. When I was certain I was going to die, poisoned by a devil I let in, equipped with masterful manipulation. Completely coerced, leaving wisps of a soul. My sovereignty was a distant memory, presumed lost to the void. But he guarded it, watched over it, let himself get hurt for it. This will be my eternal debt. But this angel blessing was unconditionally given, exponentially fruitful and expansive, made to cherish for eternity. So find me adoringly witnessing your curative spirit, love abounding all limits. Serendipitous since we met, a blessing that endlessly expounds, growing amongst family, a bitter drink, and a place to think. The refuge of your wings taught me to lean in and receive in entirety, transforming my chemistry, gifting me community, endowing me with wings. Thank you eternally for your angel blessing. Thank you.
Thank you, Alejandra. I'm so glad you could come to our other open mic that we're having tonight. And do we have anyone else that would like to share any more poetry this evening? Anyone else at all? Antonio, do you have any more? Got another one for us? All right, yeah, come on down. Yeah.
I usually have on my phone. This is actually the first set that I have on paper. But hello, everybody, again. Antonio Martinez back up here. I have a poem that I wrote about my favorite person in the world, which is my mother. I have been a little cautious about reading this one, but I believe that we can't really see, we'll never be able to see through each other's eyes. And I think the best way to understand each other is by being bold enough to speak on experiences that we go through. So this one is called My Mother's Hands. And just to give some context, I'm a first-generation American. I come from a family of immigrants who sacrificed and have had to do a lot so that me and my sister could live a life that they were never able to. So here we start. My mother's hands, calloused and rough, but can't forget the gel overlay because single immigrant women providing for their children don't come to play. She looks up to the sky every day, imagines a world where she didn't have to scrub away at people's sinks. She thinks of her dreams, comparing it to the water as it goes down the sink. She tries not to blink or fall too deep into her sleep, looking over her shoulder, knowing at any moment ice could get called over, her American dream now over. But she dare not cry, much less speak of her fears that her children could never quite think. They could never understand the sacrifice, subordination, or the lies that this country had ingrained into her mind. My sister tells me it's okay. She did what she did for us. That makes her brave, but I can't stand to look at see her wrist hurting, dream deserting, thick accent, but she's still learning to refine the parts of herself she must have lost when America said welcome, only to be followed by remarks like, speak some English, won't you, lady? Forget your cultural traditions and ancestral roots. This is America, baby. Mexican middle-aged woman, get in line. The time for your social uprising has not yet arrived. Alas, I am a living, breathing, heart-beating representation of my mother, of her pain, of her sacrifice, of her voice that America told her didn't suffice, of her screams of anguish when she bled, pushing out a baby boy, hoping he could someday turn the world on his head, do all the things she could never do. I am my mother's American dream, and I will not stop speaking until I see the corruption run clean. Thank you so much. Thank you. My name's Antonio Martinez again. I hope you all have a great night. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Antonio. Yes, very nice to hear a poem about mothers. My mother is very, very much close to my heart as well too. But yes, very good for supportive parents, definitely. Andres, I'm glad you're here. You ready to go? Yes. Come on down. We have a musician tonight who's joined us before. This is Andres. Everybody, welcome him to the stage. Take it away.
Hi, everybody. Hello. It's great to be back. I was here last month and it was a blast. And then I was rushing to get over here. So I'm really glad I was able to make it on time because I really. Oh, lovely. Look at that. I think last time I was the first one up, so things are changing. Yeah. Awesome. Well, sorry, I was kind of jogging, running here, walking really fast. So there we go. Awesome. Well, like I said, my name's Andres. I've been writing music for several years now. The biggest thing that I try to do with my music is I try to keep it really honest with like how I'm feeling and like the emotions that I can't, I guess, expose otherwise. And so I have a. Oh yeah. So yeah, that's sort of the thing that I try to really focus in on my music writing. So I have 3 songs that I have for y'all. If you were here last month, you might have heard one of them, but the other 2 are songs that I just finished, like in the last week. Okay. Y'all can hear me, right? Yeah? Cool. All right. So this first song is about the process that begins after you build a really strong relationship with someone. And you spend, a lot of time and effort and you build this amazing thing, this beautiful thing, and you make yourself really vulnerable to that thing and create this amazing thing that you two have together. And so this song is about the process that begins after that person just leaves. And so this is what the song's about. They'll never believe me. The way you look at me when you stare. When it's just us, my hoodie, and some music. Running fingers through your hair. I almost believed you back there. I almost believed ya. I almost believed you back there. I almost believed ya. I almost believed in you. I almost believed in you. But all she wants is for him to call her pretty. But hates when he says the words. Says she's gonna go and live in every city. But every night she calls home, telling her daddy life is so scary. but it's the life she prefers. At least it's what she shows. At least it's what she told us. At least it's what she chose. At least it's what she told us. I almost believed you back there. I almost believed ya. I almost believed in you. I almost believed in you. But now you might know how it feels to feel. And now I'm not sure if you were ever real. I said now you might learn how it feels to feel. But I'm not sure if you were ever real. Matter of fact, I don't think you were. But when I close my eyes, why are you there? Did you realize that I'm still scared to fall asleep without you by my bed? Well, I'll tell you lies, I don't need you there. Close my eyes, why are you there? Did you realize that I'm still scared to fall asleep without you by my bed? Well, I tell you lies, I don't need you there. No more, no more, no more, no more, no more, no more. No more, no more, no more. But when I close my eyes, why are you there? Did you realize that I'm still scared to fall asleep without you by my bed? Well, I tell you lies, you're not in my head. No more, no more, no more. She said, I almost believed you back there. Thank you. Yeah, so very honest with my music, all right? I usually don't like to even talk about some of the things that are going through, and then I'll like start writing and it really comes out to things that I am sometimes even embarrassed to, like as I was singing, I was like, it's a little bit too personal. I like just met these people. But you know, here we are. This next song is also a very honest song, I think. Some of the lyrics there are also going to feel like the last one. But this song is actually about the very unique, I think, very unique experience that generations now have, meaning we're living in this world, in this society where we're told to invest in our futures and you know, think about the future and plan and do right decisions because, you know, it chases you, you know, it stays with you on your record or whatever, you know, all these things. But then also we turn on the TV or scroll down our you know, social media and we see the world collapsing, and you know, things happening every day that are very not motivating to do any of that, to plan or to invest. And so there was a moment where I heard really terrible news, one of the many, right? And I just sat down and I wrote a song about how unmotivated I was to do any of the things that I'm supposed to do as a person in their mid-20s, looking forward a decade or 2 decades from now. So this song is called Wasted Time.
So who knows what the fuck we're supposed to do? 'Cause I don't think you ever had a clue. Hey. There's 2 roads, but none of them lead back to you. And I'm tired of chasing things that won't be true. Hey. I was going places, I've lost all my directions. I used to have the answers, now I question your intentions. Started to feel tense in every fucking room. So give me fucking room, 'cause CNN just keeps reminding me that we're soon to doom. So what am I to do? Plan out a future? Find a 9 to 5 that pays the bills, have a few kids with you. Excuse my paranoia, really trying to get to know ya. But if the fall breaks, then I might die in California. So don't ask why I'm anxious, just come back to my place. It's hard to be alone when nothing's fucking making sense. It's hard to be alone. How to be alone, how to be alone. So let's spend time wasting our time, telling lies, getting jaded. Let's spend time wasting our time, getting high and getting faded. Let's spend time wasting our time, telling lies, getting jaded. Let's spend time wasting our time, getting high and getting faded. 'Cause I'm not really sure if we'll ever see the day of everything we're hoping for, but you say it'll be okay. But I'm not really sure if we'll ever see the day of everything we're hoping for, but you say it'll be okay. Thank you. Yeah. Yep. Waste of time. All right. And this last one, this song I wrote a couple years ago, actually. And this song is about taking that leap of faith on something that you're probably sure, more than anything, that you're not ready to take that leap of faith. But just kind of convincing yourself that it's just time to do it anyway, and hoping for the best. And the song's called Steering Wheel. If I let go of the steering wheel right now, do you think I'd survive it? Do you think I should ride it? Put the truth down on page, just so no one would find it. With my hands in the air, would you still be right there? Or is it all in my head? 'Cause lately I've been slowing things down, trying to think about it. I'm quickly noticing that I'm not the same without it. But if the sun sets in my rear view, is it all the same to you? If the sun sets in my rear view, is it all the same to you? Those are dreams, not nightmares. You better learn the difference before you wake up sleepless. Those are dreams, not nightmares. You better learn the difference before you wake up, before you wake up. Those are dreams, not nightmares. You better learn the difference before you wake up. Those are dreams, not nightmares. You better learn the difference before you wake up.
Thank you. That one's called Steering Wheel. Thank you for your time. My name's Andres. Yeah, thank you. Good to pop out.
I think so. You might want to check that battery because
Yeah, it's probably good. Yeah.
But yeah, we got you. Sir.
Awesome. Thank you.
Well, all right. Thank you very much, everybody who came out tonight. Just want to extend a great gratitude for that and joining us here at Sacred Voices. If you haven't followed us yet on any of these platforms, Sacred Voices Denver for Instagram, Sacred Voices we're on Facebook, and yes, we'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Aston will do the countdown and say we're good to go once we're wrapping up the live feed. So.